Police reach out to a community to help solve a year-old murder. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas. Prince George's detectives are returning to the scene of a crime tonight. It's been a year since two teenagers were gunned down at a Forestville apartment complex. And as Byron Scott reports, police hope to rekindle the memories of that violent day.
I just hope things get better around here.
It was a crime that shocked a Forestville neighborhood. Two young men were gunned down.
It happened anywhere, but you know, hey, look where we live, man. What can I say?
18-year-old Andre Shuford and high school freshman Aaron Kidd, also 18, were killed at the Penmar apartment complex. 365 days have passed, and there have been no arrests.
I mean, yeah, that's surprising. I thought they would have caught the person by now, but obviously they didn't.
This crime occurred a year ago today, and police will return to the complex tonight. They'll be handing out flyers to residents in hopes of getting information that will lead to an arrest.
And we want to let the community know that we have not given up on this case. It's still an active, ongoing investigation. We're out this evening talking to community members, citizens, just trying to get any information that we can that will lead to the arrest of the individuals responsible for the murder of these two.
The deaths of Shuford and Kidd happened during an unusually violent time. They were two of a half-dozen Prince George's County students that died that school year. As for the two, detectives will begin canvassing the apartment complex at 5:30 tonight. They are counting on someone saying something. Police are putting up a $25,000 reward in hopes of priming the pump.
I'm pretty sure somebody knows what's going on.
In Forestville, Byron Scott, CTV News.
Police are asking anyone who may have information about the murders to call this number, Crime Solvers, at 1-866-411-TIPS. Well, an overnight shooting has left a man in critical condition. It happened in the 11,000 block of Old Baltimore Pike in Beltsville. Police say the man who was attempting to break into a business was shot by the owner, who was inside the building.
The victim is startled and confronts the suspect, and ultimately in that encounter he does shoot the suspect in the chest. The suspect immediately runs from the store. He enters a car, which at this point we believe to be a rental car. It's a Nissan Versa, and investigators do believe that the car in question was rented to our suspect. So he gets in this car, he drives away. Ultimately, he crashes that car on Virginia Manor Road in Merkirk, undoubtedly due to the fact that he's suffering from that gunshot wound. A completely unrelated citizen sees the aftermath of this accident and does call 911. And of course, independently of that, our victim inside the business, he also calls 911.
Charges are pending against the suspect, who investigators say may be linked to a large number of other burglaries. County police need your help in finding a teenager who has been critically missing for more than 2 weeks. 13-year-old Princess Small was last seen in the early afternoon of February 4th in the 8200 block of Sheriff Road. She's described as 5'6", weighing 140 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. Small was last seen wearing a black peacoat jacket, black jeans, and black tennis shoes. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to call County Police 301-772-4911. Well, some great news for a couple of contenders in the governor's race. A Washington Post poll shows that Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown is leading by a 2-to-1 margin over Attorney General Doug Gansler in the state's Democratic primary. Although nearly half of the voters on the GOP side are undecided, Larry Hogan is leading the pack by 17%. David Craig trails Hogan, picking up 13% of the votes. More than 1,000 people participated in that survey. Should those arrested in the state have the right to public defenders during the initial bail hearings? There's a question for you. Well, Doug Gansler says no. The Attorney General filed papers yesterday urging Maryland's appeals court to overturn a decision that allows defendants the right to state-issued attorneys during this pretrial stage. In September, the state's highest court ruled that suspects have a right to representation when their bail is set, a requirement that could cost the state $30 million a year. The high court will hear the state's argument next month.